Okay, welcome in to one of the jankiest demo videos you'll ever see in your life. So, first thing that you notice off the bat is that I'm already in the file, instead of downloading it from Canvas and showing you the entire thing being extracted and all that. The reason for that being is that whenever I do that and I get the file all extracted and ready, it cannot configure a build task, and it keeps asking me to configure a build task with a PDF, and frankly, my CS knowledge does not go so deep that I can fix that. Tried to, can't. So here we are, the file is already open. This is an identical file to one turned down on Canvas, but I understand that you can't trust that. So at the end of the video, I'll show myself turn this in, and you can check the veracity yourself. But if not, milestone 3 is always there for the taking. Janky item number 2. If we scroll past all of this pristine, immaculate code, some say the best code, some say the best code ever written in the history of the Western world, we get to the treacherous line number 500, and we see this little number right here, just waiting there for us, menacingly. Well, that's in the final code that I submitted, and of course it completely breaks the entire game if we don't delete it. So like any good emotional problem solver, we're going to delete the problem and act as if it never existed in the first place. Of course, this build is going to take, about 10 millennia to finish. There is a lot of audio in the game. One of the things I'm most proud of in the game is its audio. I worked on some of the looping songs myself that play on the background, and I'll point those out when we get there in the game, if we ever get there, because this is about attempt number 10 of shooting this. Let's see. I guess while we wait, I'll tell you some of the things, the nifty things that I did to give this game some love and some life. If my laptop will stop glitching out, I can highlight this right here, this opening palette switch, which occurs in the first state. What it basically does is it gives the game a kind of real glitched out look by swapping between two palettes. One of them, hi terminal, one of them, quote, normal, even though I don't want to be, palette normative here, I just called it normal. And one of them, glitch. Now, the glitch palette is basically just an over-quantized version of the quote normal palette. When you switch between them, it gives it like a look. And I thought it was kind of cool. It was one of the first artistic things that I did in the game, and I really liked it, especially because it gave such a big effect with relatively simple coding. Yeah, let's go down to so I can show you what I did for my tile map modification at runtime. Once again, the laptop is glitching out because WSL and OBS are just doing a wombo combo on my computer's GPU. Let me check that this is actually building, because this is taking a suspiciously long amount of time. And we see that it has done absolutely nothing, or that it's doing something invisibly, because, that makes sense. Alright, let's just close this out and trust that it knows what it's doing. And go down. Oh, real quick stop off at the Bob dialog function. One of my favorite functions I've ever written for one of my favorite characters. Bob is a character that you'll meet about halfway through this magnum opus, this 8-bit magnum opus. He's got himself in a bit of a pickle, and you, the player, help unpickle him. Oh, looks like we're still invisibly building, which is, great. Let's keep moving. Past Bob, past environs by Bend of Bay and something something. messages. Oh, everything's frozen. Oh wow, I can't believe it's still building. That's insane. I could have sworn everything was dying. Let's see if the build is still invisible. Let's take a little peeky poo underneath the hood, as they say. Look at that. It's actually doing stuff now. Will it do more stuff? Will it fix the ROM? Who knows? It's about a 5% shot that it does what I need it to do. Because that's how being a CS student works. Alright, we're going to close this again, give it some privacy. Let's see. What else do I have here? Yeah, here's my tilemap modification. It occurs in the windscreen. Basically, 4 different winds pop up in sequence, one after the other, as the word in sequence implies. And they're all just white tiles. I kind of go boop, 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 and they show up on the screen. It's real nifty, and once you see it in action, you'll probably say to yourself, wow, that was real nifty. Let's look up under the hood once again, just to see if it's behaving at all. Oh, seeing pink, but I'm not seeing red. The extent of my CS knowledge tells me that red is bad and pink is okay. Let's see. It looks like it's just building all the audio. But it looks like it's doing its thing. Oh, here you see a triangle cutscene. I have a couple cutscenes in the game, 3 to be exact. And it's basically when I have stuff going on the screen and I put the player in a specific position and I cut the update player function so they can't move around and they just gotta sit there and watch. And the player's mind is still active during all of this, even though their body can't move. So they just sit there and realize that they're in a game and realize how much free will they don't have. And the entire thing kind of gets this like Nietzschean spin, but like a kawaii Nietzschean spin, because the whole thing's got this neon palette. So think of the entire thing like a kawaii exploration into Nietzschean philosophy. If you take anything away from this entire endeavor, it is a kawaii exploration into the Nietzschean philosophy. Anyway, let's keep scrolling. Past that, and past that, oh, another great function, triangle cutscene function. A funeral, you'll see that I have like a little funeral set up. It will be great, it will be macabre, it will be spooky. You even got some spooky music playing during the funeral, and I made that spooky music. I made it extra spooky. So if you are easily scared, I might recommend, being elsewhere, creating something else, going into a different profession. I don't know. Let's see. Is there anything else of note? Anywhere? Just anywhere. Things not related to this game. I think Teddy Roosevelt is the best president. I think the best physicist post-Einstein was Oppenheimer. I think the best mathematician was definitely Euler, but Gauss does not get enough credit. He did like mental math problems in his head when he was like 3, and they were like insane too. It was like find the sum of 1 to 100, like all the numbers between 1 and 100, find the sum of all those, and he just like created an algorithm on the spot for doing that. when he was like a zygote. It was insane. And then he made all that stuff with linear algebra, with like Gaussian reduction, or whatever you call it. And now everyone hates him. But yeah, Euler, I mean, he was great. He was, undoubtedly the best. He gets a bit too much clout because he's got that number named after him. But if pi was named after a mathematician, that mathematician is the most overrated one. Pi is everywhere. And name myself after one thing, it would be pi. That or the duck-billed platypus. Having that thing be called like Jude would be insane. Well, they say that the best relationships that you can have in life are those in which you can have a comfortable silence with. So I think until the game starts, I consider us by now, at this point in the video, to be close, to be good friends, to know each other on that deepest level that one cannot get to without a lifetime, a 10-minute just demo video lifetime of experience together. Yeah. So out of respect for our deep camaraderie. Oh, fix that wrong. Fix that. Do it for me. I know you want to. Fix that wrong. Alright, let's get a chant going. Fix that ROM. Fix that ROM. Fix that ROM. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm not gonna keep going down that one. I know it wants to. I know you want to. Man, I've been sitting here in this dark room for like 2 hours, just doing take after take of this video. Just feeling my sanity slip away like sand. Ooh, it's fixed. I think it's gonna happen. I think we're actually gonna get to the game. No way. Is it? Or is it just gonna stagnate and do nothing? and just ruin my life? I think it might have chosen the latter option of ruin my life, as no MGBA emulator is popping up on my taskbar. I am beginning to understand the mentality of insanity. Not quite there yet. I am repeating the same action over and over again, expecting a different result. Let's see. It said ROM fix, and then it did nothing. So that's fun. Why don't we try this again? Let's run this build task. And what are the odds it works immediately without hiccup? I'm going to say 19%. Actually, after recalculation, say 18%. Odds have gone down. The universe is not a loving universe. It is actually a disdainful universe. It cares not for the woes of humans. It cares only for the chaos that it breeds unlovingly. Oh. Okay, here we go. Here's the game. Here's my game that I love so much. The emulator is not responding, but we made it here. I trust that it'll open up at some point between now and the heat death of the universe. You know, it'll probably open up right before that last black hole gives way to the random erosion of Hawking radiation. Still out of white. Not my game, but it's still loading and it's fine. We're going to push through. We're going to push, push, push. We're going to breathe. And we're going to close out this second test. Bit of things. That I concocted with your eyes on. Alright, here we go. Here's the welcome screen. Oh, beautiful. There we go. And here's the instruction screen. Real simple. Arrows for movement. A to interact. Start to pause. Let's go. Right off the bat, we're going to hit pause. We're going to go back. Same position. That's how pause works. We'll go back. You'll see the glitched out palette, and the song you hear is my song. I made that myself. You patient traveler, what's your name? Jeff. Well, hey Jeff. Didn't recognize you. Anyway, are you ready to transcend? My name is Jeff and I'm ready to transcend. You hear that little ding with the non-looping sound. Are you a fan of Flappy Bird? Can I get thoughts? Snap. Alright, I lost. So here's my little lose screen. Press start, try again, loser. Start. Oh, that's actually kind of hard. Here we go.
On your right. You gotta go to the right.
Alright, you hear the sound on your right.
Down, gotta go down. On your right.
On my right.
You gotta go to the right. The right. Oh, you found me. They got me in a cage, man. You gotta press the B button to get me. You gotta press the B button to get me out of here, man. Oh, my fault. You gotta press the A button.
Oh, yeah, the A button.
You gotta press.
Thanks, Bob. Okay, Yo Soy Bob. Would you like me to tell you a story? Yes, please.
New Zealand, France, Switzerland, Northampton, Exeter, Egypt. It won't do to cry about it.
It's a great story, Bob. Thank you. It says, thank you for listening to my story. Anyway, here's a gun. Follow me. Ooh, got my gun. He's gonna take us to this little triangle. You gotta scan the triangle. You go into a little cutscene. I'm not touching the screen. That was terrifying. My arrow said to go up, so that's what we'll do. Go into another cutscene. Spooky. He got clapped. Put step into the orb. Now, there's the body. Build the orb. The body. Oh, the arrow says to go up. Here's the alarms moving. Ready for this. Here's the timeout notification. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And we can go back. And we're here again. Oh, that was the game. Here is me turning in final project scaffold to Canvas, just to prove to you guys this is the real deal. This is the project. Oh, never mind, it was locked. Well, in that case, there's nothing I could do. All you have is my good graces and my word. And if you can't take those, well, you have milestone 3. But my word is my bond. Anyway, thanks for listening. It's been a good class. Sorry for the janky presentation. It wasn't meant to be this janky, but I really enjoyed this project. Yeah. See ya.